Hello and welcome to Hobby Hangout Painting Happy Little Minis. My name is Leona and I'm here today joined by Dave Taylor and Jeff, aka Rogue Shader. And we are going to paint miniatures, talk about mini painting, all things hobby, and have some fun hanging out. So hi Jeff, hi Dave, welcome to the stream.
Hey, hello.
I made it back to I made it to my painting desk just in time. The traffic was terrible.
I did see you get up there for a second, and I was like, "Is Dave gonna make it back?"
Getting back in time. Yes.
You are here now.
There's so much you can do in like 20 seconds.
I didn't realize you could see us while all of the intro was going on because I was just sitting here like jamming to the the intro music. I'm like, okay.
I did see that, but you have to know, Jeff, that every time we do like a hobby hangout thing, we all jam to the music.
Okay,
so
good. That's good to
totally
know.
fine.
I was dancing by myself.
When we're in the studio, we can't hear that music. So it's definitely cool to have that bone.
Exciting.
Normally, I think like one time we all came on and we were all dancing all at once, so it was a good time. So hello to those of you who are in the chat. Thank you for joining us. I just want to shout people out. Let us know if you're watching live with us. We'd love to say hi to you. So hello to Byron. Hello to Sumkey. Terry Hills. Hello. And they're asking, what are we painting today? Real quick, I'll say hello to other friends in the chat. Hello to Wayne, Kat, and Seth, and Mark. Thanks for joining us. But yeah, Terry was asking, what are we painting today? So, Dave, would you like to tell us?
Me first? Okay,
Yes.
Cool. Just so I can show off my special new toy. So,
Yes.
I'll be hanging out before. You'll know that you don't get to see my the minis that I'm working on up close because usually it's in wonderful silhouette from this light or this light here, the painting lights. And it looks, yes, I do have a truck on my desk. There we go. Oh, there's another one.
It's fine.
But I got myself a light, so you can see the minis.
Woohoo!
Look how close you can get.
Guys, we can see Dave's painting now.
He's screaming for joy. You can see my hands shaking as well.
He's so exciting. Yeah, he's so excited about it too.
Good. So, what are you painting?
How to be painted intensifies.
I'm working. Oh, go ahead, Dave.
Oh, no worries. I was just going to say, so I'm painting this guy and several others like him that are for my Gene Stealer cult army.
Cool.
I brought some other models to show later on, but
Nice.
It's the conversion from some Necromunda minis.
Oh, awesome.
Those look really awesome.
Jeff.
Straight to Jeff.
So I started recently on what was a horrible idea because I wanted to do like a couple of fast projects, and then I ended up saying, all right, forget fast. I'm going to pick up Abaddon. And so I am starting in on Abaddon the Despoiler. Let's see if I can get this to focus there.
Oh, wow. Fancy cam.
And I've started in on the blacks. The blacks are pretty much done. We'll see how everything else fills in. And now I'm going to be starting down laying the gold. You can see wherever it's brown right now. Is going to end up being a non-metallic metal gold when he's done. So I got to get that laid in to figure out whether I need to change up the blacks or move stuff around, that kind of thing.
Cool.
Excellent.
That is awesome. And Dave Trump says, it's Cave Dave. He's back.
I never left, Dave. I never left.
You never left. Oh.
It's true. I've been here forever. But I noticed that Jeff was using a mini holder, so I thought I should get mine.
Yeah, good call.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So yes,
I have quite a few of those hanging around the house in various places.
Oh, also Sumkey says it needs more skulls. Maybe for both of yours.
It could apply to either, quite frankly. I gotta tell you, I know what this guy does not need is more trim. Oh, there you go. Yep, appropriate.
Oh my gosh.
Dave.
that guy's got more.
I'm gonna have to take care of mine on the base, I think.
Yeah.
Just add tons of skulls.
Yeah, this guy just does not need any more trim at all.
That'll be good. Hang on a second. Where's the... Oh, here they are. Jeff, I'll have to send you this.
There they. That's what I was thinking. I was like, isn't there just a skew?
I've got like media. Oh, if I only had mine here, I could literally hold it up and pull it out.
That would be incredible.
That would be awesome. Awesome.
It's like painting Happy Little Minis TikTok edition. It would be fantastic. But yeah, I definitely have the Sprues O Skulls.
Sprues O Skulls, fantastic.
I need to and there's a couple of weird ones on there that I'm not 100% sure what they're supposed to be, but
that's cool.
That's all good.
Yeah.
Cool.
They're not anything anymore.
What they were, what they once were.
This is true. Yeah.
Also, hello to Mel Bose. Thanks for joining.
Hey, Mel.
Hey, Mel. How's it going?
Also, hello to Roger and Sean. Thanks for joining as well.
Hello.
I guess.
And also a Facebook user. If you let StreamYard access your profile, which it should be in the comment of this stream, then we can see your name and your smiling face.
Excellent.
In the meantime, hello, Facebook user.
Yes.
Welcome.
So those of you who are joining us live, let us know what you guys have been working on and what you're currently painting, because we love to know.
Yep. Love to see painted miniatures.
And hear about different projects.
Hear about different projects and talk about them and all that sort of stuff. For sure.
Does anyone have any special holiday projects that they're working on?
Jeff Jenkins.
No,
No holiday mini.
It's going to be all death and destruction over the holidays. That's all
I think he's going to save it for Christmas Day, but then he's going to paint a little Santa hat on top of it.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, he does have this top knot, right? And it's I could do like a little, Santa Claus thing with the top knot.
You should totally do that.
It could be like really low key. Like you wouldn't know, right? I mean, like he's probably got like a red top knot, or like you could use white hair or whatever anyway. So like, why not?
Yeah.
Like, but we'll know that it's red and white because of Santa Claus.
That would be perfect.
Well.
I'm actually really down for this.
Me too, because it's not my mini. I don't have to do it.
Because it's not my model.
Josh Potter has a good question. Who is this Jeff, and what has he done with our Gretchen?
Yeah, I am way less interesting.
Jeff is a friend of the show and friend of Dave's. You guys have known each other for a while, right?
Yeah.
3-4 minutes.
3 or 4 minutes.
And he still puts up with me. It's amazing.
They just met, so.
Yep.
But we became fast friends. I mean fast, like literally fast, not like good, like fast.
Yep. But no, Jeff's been on the show before.
Yes.
You were on one of our early hobby hangout streams, I think.
Yeah.
But you've also been in the studio.
This is true.
You did. You worked, if I remember correctly, you worked on Darth Vader and did some lovely.
I did.
OSL.
Yeah, we did a little OSL thing. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, right. That was awesome.
I miss going places like the studio or a studio or anywhere, really. Yeah. Outside is nice.
Driving.
I miss outside.
But yeah. So, but just quickly, we'll get back to the second part of your question, Josh, in a second. Dave is working on final unpainted Rune Wars mini.
Ooh.
Nice.
Megan Sindwin, the Moose Rider.
Ooh. Cool. May it not remain unpainted for much longer.
Yeah. Does a gingerbread house count? Indeed.
I think so.
Gingerbread houses.
Is it an evil gingerbread house? Does it have skulls? Because then it definitely counts.
Exactly. Lava Painter says, painting more Monpox stuff. More Monpox stuff for me.
Yeah.
More units painted.
That's Lava Painter is Ayumi from the group.
Oh, cool.
Just,
Ayumi.
Yeah.
Very cool. Oh, Ayumi did those awesome, some of the spectacular bases. Well, the fantastic painting on the minis as well.
Yes.
The spectacular bases. That's awesome. Very cool. Mark is starting on the scuba divers to fight my Kraken.
Ooh.
Nice.
If I had to fight a Kraken, having scuba equipment sounds good, but I would try and the Kraken onto like
The land.
where I had.
Take the higher ground, Anakin.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yes. That's what I would. That's what I would suggest. But then we've got Walt. Walt's in on Twitch.
Hi, welcome.
Hey, what's up,
Hey,
Walt?
Walt.
Walt.
Speaking of sugar skulls, would work.
There you go.
Yeah. Indeed.
Walt's been working on some terrain.
Excellent.
Very nice.
Sean.
And
Yeah, Sean's finished up Jacob Bugmanson, the 13th or something. And Bugman, his primogenitor. Fantastic. Also working on more Lumineth Realm Lords.
Oh,
You've
nice.
done some of those, haven't you, Jeff? Oh, when I say some,
I
at least one, right?
have started at least one. Yeah, I had high hopes of doing like the whole box. Those models are beautiful, and I've been like a high elf player for forever. So I was like, oh, I must have. And so I got that initial box, and whew, like there's just a lot of detail on those guys, and there's a lot of models in that box, and I want to paint them all, but I grabbed I'm like a old school Warhammer player, so I don't know what the names for anything new are, but whatever the like the leader for the unit is in Spearman, I grabbed that one and started painting it, and I was like, I'll just do these real fast. We'll do like a tabletop kind of thing on them, and I just got so into painting the model. It was like days later, and it's still not done. And now I've got this problem where I've got one model that's coming along really, really good, but like now I've got to like tone it down to do the rest of the army. In fact, I think he's right behind me on the shelf. I'll grab him.
Cool. Excellent.
But
check him out. He's gorgeous.
Yeah. So this is the my camera refocus. All right, come on. Focus. There we go.
There we go.
wow.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Yeah. But these models are great. They are absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
Big fan.
I think it is the level of detail that it's kind of has me a little bit worried because I know that eventually I'll end up painting some.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of
they're I'm kind of on a Age of Sigmar kind of like kick right now. Like I'd totally like to play some and
cool.
Paint some more models.
You got an army all lined up, ready to go?
Yeah, I mean it would be probably these guys. Actually, no. I did start Night Haunt army that
nice.
I told myself I would do like gaming style because my wife and I convinced her to like to start doing like an escalation like campaign, since it's not like we can go anywhere. I was like, I need somebody to play with. I recruited you. And she loves to paint. She's a talented artist herself, and she just hasn't really transferred that to miniatures yet for more than like a couple. So she's going to do some, I would call them goblins. I guess they're grots now, or I don't know what they're called.
They're called gits.
Gits, yeah, whatever. We've got goblins. They're night goblins, let's be honest. And so she's going to do up some of those, and I've got some night haunts, and we each got our first unit, and we're going to do that as like a winter project, I think, during the long, cold, dark winter.
Cool.
Nice.
That sounds like a plan.
Real quick, I just want to say hello to Zabiram.
Hey,
Says
Zabiram.
howdy. Leona,
Hello.
David, Jeff, and chat. Kat says all things Krampus, minis, dioramas, masks, costumes, baskets, too many. Horns, hats, tree toppers.
It never ends.
Lots of Krampus, I feel. Oh. Josh Potter says, don't do Kraken. Kraken is a whack. It's okay. Some key approves, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, and apparently a Krampus quilt.
Fantastic.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's really good. We'll need to see some pictures in the group, Kat.
Yes, I would love that.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh, Sumkey says, don't let it Krampus your style, Kat. We appreciate.
Hooray. Hooray for the puns. That's great. But I said we'd get back to the second part of the Josh's question.
Yes.
Where's Gretchen?
Where is Gretchen? Das est Gretchen. I really need to fix this lighting. I'm gonna do that after we talk about Gretchen. So excitingly, Gretchen has found a full-time job here in Maryland. So her schedule actually has changed a bit. So that's why she's not here joining us live on this show. And that kind of leads us into our second portion of there's some fun, exciting news that we're going to tell you. The show, because of that schedule change, we're actually going to start filming on Thursdays in the evening from 7 to 9 p.m. EST. And that will start in 2021 in the new year. So we're super excited to kind of keep the same format going, but just change the time, and hopefully more friends can join us in the group. And we also hope like maybe we could kind of like how Jeff's joining us now, have different people join us during the week as well. Since it's in the evening, it just is a little bit more flexible with that. So that is partly why Gretchen is not here with us today, but she will still be part of the show. And again, in the new year, she and Dave will be hosting Painting Happy Little Minis again. So
indeed. So yeah, today, this week's her first full-time week, right?
Yes.
So
yes,
she is currently in a laboratory somewhere. So she's doing laboratory testing.
She's become a mad scientist, actually.
I'm not sure whether it's like Mythbusters style.
So I feel like Gretchen would allow me to say she's a mad scientist, and now she creates, crazy things in the lab. So come with all your questions about her lab work.
Yes.
Yeah, no, but we're excited about the change and excited to do that.
Just something a little different.
I feel like you really just set Gretchen up for the next show when you told everybody to come with questions about her lab work. You should not tell her that you said that. So there's no chance to prep. No, nothing. Right. Just live.
Live. Tell us about the mad science. Some key says, dope time change. That means I don't have to ignore my work meetings anymore.
Trying to make it easier for enough people.
Gotcha.
But yeah. So just something it's going to be a little bit of a difference, but I think I'm a freelancer essentially, and Gretchen was also a freelancer, but is also a freelancer, but also her being able to get a full-time job is fantastic. So we're super excited, happy for her for that.
Yes, definitely, 100%.
But yeah, cool.
So he says Gretchen's weird science. The madness. Oh yes, and actually, real quick before we comment on the chat, I just wanted to share with you something that Gretchen's been working on. She had hoped to create a gingerbread house, and actually, or what was it? It was a dragon skull, actually, out of cookies.
Gingerbread dragon skull?
Gingerbread dragon skull. And she said, this is my work in progress. So as you can see, it wasn't exactly successful. Hopefully next time she'll be able to use maybe a different dough.
Right.
But she wanted me to let you all know she is working on things. And hopefully by Christmas, maybe we'll get a gingerbread dragon.
Excellent.
Who I don't know what color a gingerbread dragon would be. I guess ginger. The color of ginger.
It would be kind of a brownish color, yeah.
So does that mean it, like, its flames are ginger, the spice? It's just a color.
I think that'd be frosting.
Ooh, I like that.
Like white frosting. You'd be covered in, it'd be all like sticky, but like tasty as well.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I appreciate this.
Sure.
Let's
Kat has a question.
Yeah, let's ask Kat a question. Yeah, I was gonna move away from that. Leona, will you be doing a stream next 2 Thursdays, Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve? Because they are the eve of holidays / New Year's is a holiday. We are going to be taking a break. And that is my executive decision. No, I want to make sure, although, like, obviously we all love hanging out and painting, we will be taking a break just to be able to spend time with family and friends. So, but we will start back up in the new year. And that will be, let me get the right date. That will be the 7th. January 7th will be our first Painting Happy Little Minis episode. That will be in the 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, new time change.
New time slot.
Yep. Oh, Roger says, so I was partly listening. What's the change in time? We will be filming now on Thursdays at 7 to 9, but that will start in January 2021. Is it weird that it's almost 2021?
Yeah.
Can we talk about that?
I'm okay with it, though.
Me too.
I'm not going to lie.
All right. And then I'm going to pop up Ayumi's question, and I'm going to get myself a blanket so I can change the lighting here.
Okay.
So I'll be back.
Cool. Hi, Ayumi. Chris and anyone to answer. I always see many painters licking of the paintbrush, but what benefit does it do? Can never figure it out for myself. I do a lot of brush licking. It's kind of my standard. It's a reflex now. It's a bad habit.
Yep.
Or it's a habit. Some people find it bad. I don't particularly find it bad. But basically, with the paintbrush, sometimes your paintbrush might be a little bit splayed out like that. And by running it through your mouth and twisting,
yeah,
with a nice point on it.
Yeah, what Dave said. Like, I mean, it's probably, I am not in any way enough of a medical expert or any medical expert at all to tell you whether or not it's a good idea or a bad idea. So I would not offer that advice. It's literally, I mean, it's ridiculous. You'll see me sit here and do it like habitually. And like, I literally clean my brush off. I put a point on it, and I guarantee you I will look at it again before I put it on the model, like for no apparent reason. It's just reflex now. But yeah, that was why I originally started doing it. And I've actually been trying, if you don't want to do that, which is probably the safest thing not to do it. If you don't want to do it, you can also see people taking their hand or their thumb sometimes and drawing the brush and twisting it, you know, on their thumb or on their palm or on the side of their hand or something like that, to sort of put a point on it and that kind of thing. Typically when I let the brush, it's after I've cleaned it to put a point back on it. I don't usually do it when there's paint on the brush because chemicals and it doesn't taste good.
Yeah.
I just did it again. I told you. I
accidentally do it a lot when there's paint on the brush.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And there are some paints that taste worse than others.
Yep.
There's very few that actually taste good.
Yeah. And
I couldn't tell you which ones they are at the moment. But an important thing is if you do develop the habit, I'm not saying you should, but just make sure you change your brush water regularly.
Yeah.
Because that's probably the biggest health risk. And yeah, so the paints themselves, there's not enough. You're not ingesting enough of them for there to be any impact, and particularly as all the hobby paints, the miniature painting paints are all non-toxic. So yeah, once you move outside of those, I can't guarantee the level of toxicity. But yeah, if you're working with artists and oils and stuff like that, they're very definitely things you shouldn't be sticking in your mouth.
Yeah.
Oh,
Definitely consult a physician.
You know, I wanted to get a blanket and a cup of coffee.
A cup of tea, actually.
Oh, okay.
Actually, that was here before that, so.
Excellent. But yeah, so hopefully that helps, Amy. It's just a bad habit we picked up somewhere along the way.
I learned it from Mike McVeigh.
Yeah. I learned
the first person.
too.
Huh?
Sorry, I was just referencing an old TV ad about the dangers of drinking in the home.
Yeah, it was the first time I saw someone ever lick a brush.
Interesting.
Cool.
I was like 4. I was like 8 or something.
Walter says just don't drink the paint water, which I think is an excellent tip.
Good general tip. Yeah, I'm not going to say I haven't mistakenly done that before. I'll do that a lot at like seminars for some reason. I don't do it as much at home because it's like my cup, like my paint water cup and my like normal glassware or whatever. So like it's not hard to distinguish them. But like if I'm doing like a painting seminar or something at like a convention, something like Adepticon or whatever, like my paint glass, and I'll have like a little water cup like right next to it, and it'll be literally like the same plastic solo cup from the back of the room. Yeah. And I will 9 times out of 10 I will drink the paint water first. Like it's sort of unavoidable, and it is like a real harsh sort of reality. Like when you're not watching, because you're instructing or whatever, like you're talking and you're like blah 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 blah, and you take your sip of water and you're like, whoa, yeah, that was not water, or not just water.
Yeah, it can be tough, but I think definitely making sure that your paint water cup and your any beverage cup are very different.
Yeah,
they're on different sides of your painting area.
Yep. That helps.
Yeah, I'm usually all about efficiencies. So being right-handed, I should have my paint water right next to my right hand. But the right-hand side is also where I have my drink.
Yep.
So my paint water is all the way over on my left-hand side.
Oh, so I actually did kind of wonder, like I do see you all the time, like you're like reaching all the way over. Wow, I'm like, why? That's weird. Like, why don't you keep your brush on your brush hand, like your water? Like what? And that makes total sense.
It's because it's intense pain for me to reach forward like that. Like that, it was fine. Like if I was to reveal my shoulder, you would see how huge it is.
It's like a Popeye scenario where like this one arm is
but it's just my shoulder. It's not anything below that. It's not the bicep or the like anything. It's just.
Oh, Kat says, so sad. This will be the last time I can watch live. I just might have to quit my job. Oh, I think for, to watch us. No, I'm just joking, Kat. We're sorry. We will miss you, but we will have the live streams posted up on YouTube in case you want to check in and watch them after they're live.
See how we're doing.
Josh Potter says, I dip my brush in my drink, so it goes both ways.
Yeah, that's true too. That's a good point.
That happens. For sure.
And kids' cups from restaurants are the best for paint cup water cups. Use a coffee mug at your own risk.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Definitely. That's a good one. When asked, Dave, is that Australian logic?
Yes, that's my mother.
Possibly going.
Logic.
It might be, but I like to think that it's like a standard thing.
Yeah.
I don't do a lot of picking up drinking glasses with my left hand, so
smart.
It makes sense. It's so that I don't have to think about it.
Yeah, I actually think it makes perfect sense now that you've explained it. I questioned it a little bit when I saw it, when I see you do it, but like it makes total sense.
Yeah. For sure.
It's also funny that I've been silently judging you apparently for God, how long about your like, why you always cross your paint over this thing?
You're like, man, why does he do that?
What is wrong with him? Is that an Aussie thing?
But never asked. Just wonders.
I just wonder. I didn't really care. I just wondered.
Jeff and I are like part of a group of folks who kind of regularly hang out most Friday nights.
Yeah.
We've been doing that since like April, I think.
Yep.
Sure, April, and it on and off. But we all sit there and we paint and we talk and discuss the latest episode of Discovery or
Yep.
give our thoughts on Jason Momoa in Dune.
Yep.
So
I'm sorry, real quick. I laughed so hard when I saw that he was in Dune. I think he's going to be epic, but also I was like, okay, Aquaman's in this movie. That's fine.
I'm watching Frontier at the moment.
Okay, cool.
Netflix series.
Yeah.
Set in like around the Hudson Bay in Canada with all the fur trapping and that kind of thing.
I love that series. I watched that.
No.
That's good. Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Yeah, and he was very very brooding in that. So I think he can do a great. Who's he playing? He's playing Gurney Halleck.
Yeah,
Yes.
Gurney. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, good old Gurney.
So I think that's gonna be good. But anyway, we talk about things like that. So it's kind of our own hobby hangout. But I'm sure that Jeff hasn't mentioned my reaching. That's where he would have seen it a lot.
Yeah.
He would have mentioned it because he didn't call me out in front of so many people.
Yeah, I decided to do it in the larger audience.
He's ready to say, yeah, I appreciate that, mate. Thank you.
It's funny though, because like this is the same group of people. We've been friends for a while. We always get together at hobby conventions to do hobby stuff, all that kind of thing. But we really, Dave I see more often because he's not that far, like
Right.
when we can again leave the house normally, like that kind of thing. He and a couple of other folks don't live quite as far from me, but the rest of the folks that usually sit in on that call are folks that I probably see, once, maybe twice a year, like at one of these conventions or maybe at two of these conventions or something like that. And it's kind of like the COVID silver lining has been that I talk to and at least see virtually like that group of people way more now than I ever did like before. And it's actually really nice. Like that's a little silver lining.
Yeah. It means that when we finally get to go back to a convention, just gonna be like, I see you all the time.
Yeah, I don't really need to go. Before I start talking to them. Yeah.
All good. All good.
No, I agree with you, Jeff, that like a very small silver lining has been just being setting up time and keeping in touch with people who I would see at normal places that we were allowed to be. But now we have to.
Yep.
We're relegated to Zoom calls, but that's okay because then we can still hang out. And I'm just thankful we have the internet to be able to do that.
Yeah, can you imagine what all of this would be like, without?
Maybe.
We've been doing we've been doing painting calls and with friends and family. We've been doing like trivia, like pub trivia nights and stuff like that. In fact, just the other night I saw Kurt. We were doing a trivia thing. And so I was just hanging out with Kurt a couple nights ago on Zoom doing pub trivia. So.
Kurt Pearson, former host of Painting Happy Livings.
Yes.
Ah, that's awesome.
The web is deep.
It is indeed. But I think to jump in quickly, Dave Schrumpf has corrected me. Jason Momoa is playing Duncan Idaho.
Oh.
And it's one of my favorite actors is playing Gurney.
Josh
Brolin. So thanks for that, Dave.
I'm down with that too.
Yeah,
says
you're right.
watch.
Oh, he was?
I'm guessing that's Jason Momoa, not Josh Brolin.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yes, you are correct, Dave. My bad. But yeah. But I think it has been, that is the silver lining.
Yeah.
For sure. It's been good. But I think I'm happy that we got to do a lot of the hobby hangouts for painting up little minis, because then I can just sit here and like, pick what I was working on. So I got quite a lot done this year.
Yeah. That's another silver lining.
Oh, that's so funny.
I mean,
didn't you say you painted a lot of things that you were, like you did that war band for the new war cry? Didn't you finish a war band?
Yeah.
Finish
right at the start. Yeah, I haven't done one recently, so it must have been right at the.
Gotcha. Okay.
I don't know. Time's gone all wibbly wobbly.
Yeah. Jeremy Bearmy.
So, but yeah. So, actually, the reason that I was running late, or sitting down late, was that I had to jump up and quickly grab this guy. I'll show this guy off.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
Oh, he's so cool.
I love his wings.
Yeah. I'd like that he has those wings, and maybe he thinks that he could fly with them. But I'm not sure.
I love it.
That's awesome.
And you see all those little flies as well.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited I got to paint these guys. Some of them on the stream.
Yeah, cool.
Oh, right. So is the blue in the wings the same highlight that you used on the armor?
No, it's a different.
Oh, okay.
Different.
Interesting. Cool.
They both have white in them.
Right.
But they're both, I guess they're both from a blue-green kind of base.
Okay.
But the wings, the base color on the wings is much more vibrant, I guess.
Okay.
Traded.
Chris was wondering, are you adding more of the little flies to it?
Not to this one. No, this guy's basically done. I don't have to come back. But I do like those flies. So many of them.
Those are super cool.
Yeah. And at some point, I don't know when, I must have splashed them with green. Oh well.
No.
I have to go back and fix that.
Oh no.
The things you see when
done.
the stuff you see when you hold it up close to the camera for other people to see. Kind of funny.
Some Keith says more flies would just bug him. We love it. Josh Potter asks, what if the flies were coming out of his mouth? Which I was kind of thinking the same thing. I feel like if you wanted to add more flies, that's where you could do it.
That's true. I think that'd be cool. But I've also kind of moved on to this new project, so
Gotcha.
I very rarely go back and revisit. But yeah, that would be a good spot for them to be coming out of. I don't know. Maybe I do have more of those flies that are that size. So perhaps.
Those were 3D prints, weren't they? Those flies?
These particular ones were not.
They're not.
No, these ones are from the like the Magloth Lord kit. Like the base guy comes from.
I must have been thinking of something else.
But no, my friend Rich did sculpt me a bunch of flies and 3D.
Yeah, I was thinking of.
Yeah, yep.
Thought I remember that.
But Yeah, so I use them a lot on this project, but I just didn't use them on this mini.
I gotcha.
Man. I do have more.
Nice.
Oh gosh, there they all are. Thank you, Dave.
No worries. The 3D print. They're not actual flies. That would be creepy. That would be
too creepy. We draw the line.
It has to be a line you draw.
Yeah.
Yes.
For sure.
It's not a big line, and it's not drawn particularly like close down the path, but there is a line.
Exactly.
Don't worry, everyone. There's a line.
There's a line. It might not be drawn where you expect, but it's there.
Yeah, it's there. Exactly.
It might be blurry some places.
Yeah. You might smudge it every once in a while.
Yes, it's in dry erase marker. But it's there. For sure. One thing
sorry. Go ahead, Dave.
I was going to say one thing I'm kind of excited about for these guys is when I'm painting the pants, I'm using Cavalry Brown.
Ah, there it is.
Yeah. But in real life, it looks a lot more red. It just looks kind of brownish there. But
well, it is Cavalry Brown.
Yeah.
Those are the corpse grinder bodies, right, Dave?
They are, yeah. Corpse grinder cult from Necromunda.
That's such a great idea for those conversions.
There's that fantastic page. Actually, you're about to say something before I interrupt you?
No, I was just coughing.
Oh, sorry. But Leona, were you going to?
Oh, I was going to say I do have miniatures from the group if you would like to look at them.
Okay.
Just let me know.
Yeah, definitely. Let's look at those.
Okay, cool.
I'm going to move the window so that I can enlarge it.
Oh, smart.
So it will look like I'm looking at when I'm looking at the different screen.
Ta-da!
Ooh,
Ayumi, fantastic.
So yes, this is just one of the pictures that Ayumi posted, but this is of their monster apocalypse. No. And she said something about how it looks like Skittles and M&Ms fighting with all the colors.
I love it. I love the color saturation. Like, it's great.
Yeah, I can definitely taste the rainbow.
Yeah.
But no, Jeff's completely correct there. The saturation of everything is it's very cool.
That's cool. That's cool.
It's a very I don't play a lot of video games, but to me it's a very video game, bright, flashy.
Yeah.
Thing.
It does almost feel like a tower defense like game that you would say, like it's almost like a screenshot from a game.
Yep. Yeah, it looks really cool.
I love it.
Nice work, Ayumi. It looks awesome.
Yeah, I really like that. I've liked all of the Monster Apocalypse stuff. Chris Gorka.
Woo-hoo. Excellent. Nice work, Chris.
I like it.
Yep. You're getting the oranges you're getting on there are very clean.
Mm-hmm.
Particularly I think Chris has painted so many clone troopers and scout troopers and storm troopers and whatever the first order troopers are called. But yeah, your line work is particularly clean. Chris is looking great.
Yeah, the band on the thigh. Too.
Yeah, the band around the thighs is really good. Nice work, Chris. Looking good.
Good job.
Ooh.
5 mils is Precious Golem. Golem.
Golem.
Golem?
I said Golem, but it's not really Golem.
Golem? Golem.
It's unavoidable. That's cool.
But definitely looking good. I remember seeing the front shot, the shot of the head.
Great metallic work.
Yeah, it is looking neat. Very good. Yeah, nice sort of definition in the sort of the different areas, using the deeper bronzish sort of colors and the again, I'm sitting here with my mouse
Oh, sorry.
I'm doing it now. I was thinking perhaps people are seeing my house and going.
I started pointing at it a second ago. I'm like, yeah, right here. It's not
right here. The back of the knees.
Okay.
Area.
Back of the knees. Back of the knees.
So that like the nice depth there in the shadows, and then the brighter calves showing up there. But yeah, looking good, Clive.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nicely. Oh, Daniel's been hanging. What is this? What is this creature?
Daniel did not put the
No.
name of the model.
Yeah, I know it's not, but it has a very Slaneshi vibe to it, doesn't it?
True.
It does. It's all the extra horns, right?
It's the horns and the sort of like the armored corset kind of thing, and yeah, definitely got a Slaneshi vibe. Looks cool. Good color choice.
I wonder if it's well. Actually, it's looking at the base, kind of with the plastic base and the black plastic base, and then the base that it's standing on. I think looks like it's a WizKids mini.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, that style. It's got a very very confrontation kind of style.
Mm-hmm.
Very early 2000s French. But yeah, they're coming along nice. I think
Cool.
yeah, your color choice there for that pale blue on the skin is looking awesome, and it's just well framed by those darker armor plates.
I agree.
Nice one. Looking good, Daniel.
Dustin.
Ooh,
Dustin.
some Infinity action.
I was gonna say, is this an Infinity miniature?
Yeah, those armor lines are like unmistakable on the chest piece where the collar pops out like that.
Yeah,
it's a cool model too.
It is indeed. Yeah, this is looking good. My favorite part, of course, is the red and green.
Yep.
Combo. But the red's been put in a very particular place, and it's a place where you would expect to see you can completely handle having red in that power sword kind of place. But the also the work on the around the hood, around like the collar and the hood at the back of the model, having like the white inside there, or the pale gray.
Oh right.
And then with the pale gray for the hair as well, is just framing the face really nicely.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah. Looking good.
And extra bonus points for having those little spiky things still on the model, because those are usually separate pieces on those models, and mine always break off. So extra bonus points. Usually because I break them off with the thumb.
Just accidentally, as you're turning the model, it turns you fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Looking great there, Dustin. Nice work.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Dwight. There's more things. Chase down dinner.
Yep. Ready to chase dinner.
I have a box of these, unpainted, sitting just down here.
Hey.
Under several other things, so I'm not going to pull them out completely. But
look at what they could look like, Dave.
Yeah. That is probably more plastic surface area than I have painted all year in that one photo.
Oh, wow.
They look great. They look really, really good.
Yeah, they do look nice. I love that the mix of the purple in the spot color there, the purple for the armor plates, and bits and pieces. I think those are from like the Ossiarch Bone Reapers.
Yeah. I was wondering whether it was that or. Yeah, it looks like it's Bone Reapers. There's either that or like a piece from a Tyranid someplace. But yeah, I think it's the Bone Reapers.
But I wonder then if Dwight has an opponent who plays Ossiarch Bone Reapers painted in purple.
Oh, fair.
That'd be fantastic. Trophy sort of stuff.
That is ultimately what you do.
Yeah.
Even if there's like a Space Marine head, like this, like Abaddon's got like a Space Marine, helmet on his trophy rack. It's totally going to be one of the chapters that one of my buddies played. Absolutely.
Oh
yeah. Without a doubt.
You have to have
That's hilarious.
Yeah. But no, it looks fantastic. Yeah, beautiful work there, Dwight. There's loads of painting involved.
Oh.
Yeah. These are cool, aren't they? Very nice.
Oh, those are awesome. Are those shields free-handed?
I think those shields might be from Little Big Men Studios. They do some like some dry rub shield.
Okay.
But
I mean, they're still, even if they're not, even if that's molded on, that's incredibly well painted. Same with that banner.
Yeah, I think Graham's done a great job there as well. And just even though there are a lot of different colors going on, there's everything's in a fairly like a nice muted kind of tone.
Yeah,
so it's got there's a cohesion across the force, and the basing really, of course, pulls that together too.
And that's fun when you have that opportunity amongst that many different models that are relatively similar. That you can do different heraldries and those kinds of things on the shields to break it up, so you're painting something interesting each time.
Yeah, for sure. But no, I think Graham's done an awesome job here.
Those look beautiful. Yeah,
very cool. Nice work, Graham. Cool. Jason Kohler is a Reaper Dark Heaven Kogo. Male Kitsune.
I like it.
Which is the fox. Anthropomorphic fox. Or is this like the fox? Is it a fox demon?
I have no idea.
Yes, it's a fox demon.
Fox demon.
Type
like
thing.
In what was it? In Lovecraft Country. There was one of the characters was a fox demon.
Oh, cool.
I didn't know that. I need to finish that series. Shoot.
Yeah, you need to check that out. Like a 9-tailed fox demon, like one of the Korean character.
Oh.
It was
interesting. Cool.
Sorry, spoilers there. I should have said.
Clearly, I didn't care enough to go back and finish it. I started it and finished it. So. Good show, just no time.
You should definitely go and check it out. But this is looking very cool, Jason. I think I mean the reddish orange on the fur on the face, it looks like it might be cavalry brown.
It could be. It could be. And getting the two-tone, like when you're doing like the lighter fur on the underbelly of an animal like that versus like the top, and figuring out where that would be is always tricky. That was a good call to pull it off and do the two-tone on the fur, on the face.
Definitely.
A lot of people forget that it usually goes all the way up the chin like that, and Jason nailed it.
Stop around this area.
Yeah. They usually think that it kind of stops here, and it probably doesn't. I don't know. I'm making stuff up, but that looks right to me. So I'm going to go with what I said.
It does. It looks great. Nice work, Jason. Very cool. Oh, yeah.
Oh, Song of Ice and Fire. Speaking of Jason Momoa.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Jody painted up a bunch of really nice Targaryen stuff here for Song of Ice and Fire. These Dothraki look awesome.
Yeah, they look great. Tattoos look awesome.
Yeah. And I love
I don't know which it is.
The paint work, like the blue paint on the skins as well.
Yeah, it's got to be war paint, and I doubt they tattoo their horses, but maybe they do.
Yeah, not sure. But I think the way that Jody's brought out the like the depth of detail on the horse sculpts as well is great.
Like around the definition. Things.
Yeah, around there, and around like the hindquarters of the one at the back.
Oh yeah.
Just see that, and that kind of area that you're circling there. That's a part on a horse that I really enjoy painting, because you can create so much definition on the model at that point. But yeah,
it's true.
Jody's done an awesome job here, and I'm pretty sure that he's got a bunch of other photos in that post, and I think one of them is Khal Drogo.
Oh, okay, nice.
So yeah, I think it might be a single sort of single model in that photo. But, yeah,
that's cool.
Definitely good. Nice work, Jody. Look great.
Oh, some key says it might be hard to see a horse tattoo under the hair.
Yeah,
it's true.
Could well be.
Yeah,
could well be.
Shaving the horses, tattooing them, and letting the hair grow back.
Yeah.
Seems like a lot of effort for a much return.
Or you could just start with zebras and go from there.
Yep. There you go. Jordan, It says Merry Christmas from Mrs. Claus. Actually, it's a Reaper's Winter's elf, but close
It
enough.
is really close. Yeah.
I like
that is
how he
close.
painted it.
Yeah, that is a fantastic Mrs. Claus.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah. No, I think I really love it. I think the red dress with the green cloak with the white fur trim rather than going for the red cloak with the fur trim, which would have been a little bit too exactly like Santa kind of thing.
Yeah.
I like
on the nose.
They can a little on the red nose. Sorry. It's getting in there before some key. But no, I do like that it's that Jordan's put that green in there. Looking good. And the dark holly leaves as well, being a different green from the vine and from the cloak is also a good choice.
I agree.
Nice work, Jordan.
Josh Edwards.
Oh yeah.
Yorgol's great unclean one.
It's very appropriate for our current situation.
But yeah, I think this is fantastic. This model is huge, like
so big.
Yeah.
Okay.
Big. That model is like 2 or 3 times the size.
Yeah, huge.
Probably 3 times the size, I think. But yeah, I'm loving the way that Josh has done. He's got so many different variations on that green across the skin tones. It's not just all like a flat color. It's definitely worked in other colors there, and the variety of colors in the intestines as they're spilling.
Yeah.
This looks great.
There's a lot of life to it.
Yeah.
Even though it's not alive,
Yeah. Definitely.
We've seen it with more like traditional colors. I think more pinky.
Right. Yeah.
So it's fun to see like this blue and purple, light green, lime green mixing going on.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's great. Really good.
Very sickly.
Super sickly. Yeah, you definitely don't want to touch it.
No.
Yeah.
There's some you get. And I do love that. I love the sculpture as well, but on the just on the left hand side of the photo, about midway, yep, the little nurgling.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Sitting on his belly, hanging onto one of the little tentacles, hanging out. Yeah.
Oh my god.
That looks good. Nice work, Josh. Looks great.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
That is all the minis that we have for now.
Okay.
I do have some others. Yes. That we can look at a little bit later.
Cool. Sorry, I just need to go back and call out somebody's pun about the flies. Saying real flies would get nasty.
Oh.
Good work.
Wow.
Skirmish fiddle battle, taste the pain bow.
Yep. Indeed. Facebook users asked, "What's up with the feed? We're all very small." So we were. I think that was just when we were looking through the minis. So hopefully we're to full size.
Yeah, it was when we were looking at the miniatures. It minimized us while I was sharing the screen. So
it had.
Yes.
Like,
here I am knocking over minis. Excellent. I did that the other day when my daughters were looking at a photo on an iPad, and I said enhance, and my daughter went, enhance. And she goes, Dad. Definitely good. Josh says, fun fact, Santa was portrayed with green clothes until Coca-Cola changed it for their posters, and it stayed that way. Yeah, I can believe that.
I'm not disbelieving it.
I certainly know that the Coca-Cola put a lot of time and effort into transforming into creating the Santa red suit, fur line, the belt, the black boots.
Really?
That they focused on that, yeah. So that's a very much a Coke thing from like the 1910s, 19 teens,
Wow.
1900s. Yeah.
That's in the things that are not as old as you thought they were category for sure.
Yeah. I mean, St. Nicholas is pretty old, but
yeah, like the modern version.
Yeah.
Apparently, other fun fact, in Russia, Santa wears blue.
Oh, there you go.
Cool.
I have to ask a question about that. Is it like a navy blue or like a royal blue or a sky blue?
We'll look it up.
I have some blues that I really like, and I have some blues that I really dislike. So
you're a picky blue lover.
Yeah. I know it's ridiculous, but
how about royal blue?
Royal blue? Yeah, not a big fan of royal blue.
Oh yeah, here we go. So the blue. I can just make a picture happen without having to do. All right, so this is the Russian blue.
Yeah.
Is that okay, Dave?
It's not what I would have chosen, but
oh my gosh.
Who am I to stand in the way of Santa's sartorial flair?
That's Dave. That's a no from Dave.
I'm glad that came.
I would have chosen.
It's why I'm not on the design committee for any of the holiday icons.
Yeah.
Not a big fan of the multicolored eggs. Pumpkins. Who thought of pumpkins?
I don't like black and orange together, period.
Oh, black and orange I'm fine with.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently Dave says Red Santa's only canon because of Coke marketing campaigns. Well, Good job. Their marketing worked. Best marketing.
Strong marketing right there. Man, don't mess with Coke.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. You
I'm
missed
not
it.
Fun for us, but
Jeff.
This episode brought to you. Not brought to you.
Not brought to you by Netflix. But yeah,
really be getting paid for this exposure we're giving them because
I know.
It's true.
One day it'll happen.
A friend on Twitch, Monument Slow Fuse, says, "Well, hello, Dave."
Oh,
and
hey.
Bang. So welcome.
Welcome.
Hey, Jason. Excellent. Just says Ultramarine Santa.
Yeah, see, that's what I was kind of wondering. Do you like the ultramarine blue, Dave? Is that a good blue for you?
I think it's all right. I'd go for something a little bit darker. I'm much more of a dark Prussian blue kind of guy.
Also,
yeah.
Kat says Santa was from the forest, so therefore he had green cloaks.
Yep.
And Kat also wonders if the traveling clothes were made of reindeer skin? Question mark. My mind goes to really dark places.
They probably were.
Or bear skin.
The reindeers that couldn't keep up.
Or he's magical, and so he keeps himself toasty warm.
Right.
With an eco-friendly leaf jacket.
Right. Okay. You can go down that path. You can.
Yep. I'm there. I feel like your daughters would approve of this tale that I'm telling.
Right. Well, the funny thing is, so a year ago, we just arrived in Australia for 2 weeks.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
over Christmas. But this year, not so much.
Yeah.
We're not traveling. Not that we were planning to go to Australia, but
Right.
yeah.
Well, it's good you did your Aussie trip last year.
Indeed. Indeed. The one of the funny things is that because we get so much, Australia gets so much media from the UK and the US.
Mm-hmm.
The standard sort of depiction of Santa Claus growing up was in the full Coca-Cola regalia.
Right.
And it wasn't until probably more recently, I think in the last 20 or so years, that he's depicted wearing shorts and like t-shirt or Hawaiian shirt or that sort of thing and flip-flops. So it's been a while. Like that's been happening. It's slowly been transforming. But, yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, I forget it is summer.
Yep. Very definitely. We had our photo when we were out there last year. We had our photo taken with Santa on the beach.
Oh wow!
Yep.
That's awesome. I'm totally down for that. I think that's fantastic.
It was that particular little business was called Sandy Claus.
Oh, clever.
So
I like it.
Yeah,
I think that makes good sense.
For sure.
Right about now, I'm not going to argue against anything that doesn't involve shoveling ice.
Yeah, that's true.
There's like an inch or two out there, and it's just the worst.
Yeah. I'm going to just follow the governor's orders and stay indoors.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Then I don't need to shovel.
My HOA would
All
be,
your problems will melt away.
my HOA would be calling me the next day.
No way.
COVID.
Excellent. Oh, somebody says, speaking of Sandy Claus, I just watched a movie called Santa Jaws. Oh my goodness. That sounds crazy. Kat says, Dave, some of my most requested holiday quilt tree skirts and runners are my Santa at the beach. Flip-flops, palm trees, and beverages. Yep. That's pretty much the Australian Santa now.
Nice.
And it's a shark-based Santa.
So it's parts shark.
Is it a shark that wears the Santa Claus outfit? Or is it Santa cosplaying as a shark?
Or part shark.
Is it somewhere in between?
Or is he a shark? Like, is Santa also a shark?
He's a were shark?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
I'm not sure. Oh, Merry Christmas, Walt. We'll catch you in the new year.
Yes, later. The shark Santa wears a Santa hat on its dorsal fin.
Okay.
Okay. I feel like I'm understanding more about this movie.
I'm so confused.
I think it's just a shark.
I think
they call it Santa.
Yes, it sounds like that's what it is.
And he brings presents to good little girls and boys. He probably bites people's limbs.
Yeah. I think so. Cool. Well, I'm going to ask Jeff to show his gold progress. Have you been working on one part, or are you working over all the parts on the?
So I'm just sort of like sketching in right now. So it's probably not going to look a ton different than it did at the beginning, because I'm working really, really thin, so I can build it up and like sketch and figure out where I want it to go. But you can kind of see where it's starting to build up. Oh, come on. Focus. Focus. There we go. you can kind of see, so the light is coming from, I'm trying to do this backwards here.
Yep.
So the light is coming from this direction,
Okay.
kind of coming down his body this way. So you can see more of the reflection. Not me. You can see more of the reflection building up, like,
Yeah.
Okay.
hard to do backwards, building up in these areas, like at the top of the chest and the top of that one leg that is forward. You can see more of the gold starting to build. So I'm just sketching. This is literally just one color. It's just English uniform on top of Rhinox hide.
Okay.
And I'm just using it to like sketch out the majority of where the main reflections are going to be. And then I'll take those all the way up to, you know, in the strongest areas, we'll kind of go all the way up to ivory through, you know, like a few different colors, some yellows, some more light browns, like those kinds of things. And then once all the primary highlights, the primary reflections are set in, then I'll go back and I'll add like secondary reflections where, you know, something that might be in shadow is catching light to make it look like it's actually shiny. Right now it just kind of looks brown, but
Right.
a few stages later, a couple areas will kind of pop and it'll be like, oh yeah, that's gold.
Okay. Awesome. Very cool. So theoretically, so how many stages do you think you have on the work on the non-metallic metal gold?
On this, like right now on this, or in general?
No, just overall over the whole process from.
A lot. So I would say there's at minimum 4, maybe 5 colors at minimum. And then so each one of those would be like a stage, but there's a lot of like blending back and forth there, you know, to just like add reflections and that kind of thing. I'll grab another model real quick. I'll show you what one looks like done.
Okay.
This one's more sketchy. I didn't really blend a lot of it. But you can see on his helmet,
yeah.
Come on, there. You can see what it looks like kind of when it's done on the helmet and the trim on his shoulder pads there. That the light isn't really doing a great job with it, but you get the idea. So it's the same colors there, starting out with Rhinox hide and then moving to all the way up to ivory in the main highlights.
Yeah, I was hoping you'd grab that model. He looks really cool. Can I get you to after the show? Can you pop a picture of him in the group?
Yeah, absolutely.
That'd be cool.
Absolutely.
Excellent.
Yeah, he was fun because this was that promo model, like one of the promo models that for the Warhammer 40K release, whatever edition we're on now, like 50th or something.
I think it's 9th.
And I painted it like, you know, like months after it was released. And I was like, oh, I actually saw Rich Gray's Tech Marine, and he did this like really deep, rich, great red on it. I was like, oh, I want to paint something, but I don't want to just like copy, you know, exactly what Rich did, because A, I can't, and B, I just wanted to do something different. So I was like, oh, I'll do a Blood Angel because that's red. So I just grabbed the model at hand.
Cool. No, he looks fantastic, and I totally think that you could copy Rich.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I appreciate that. That is huge. That is huge praise. But I would love to. I really appreciate his style of painting. He's got a really graphic style. His freehand's out of this world. That's just not something I can do, at least now anyway. And but yeah, his sort of like the moodiness, I guess, of his model, like the atmosphere of his models is really great. Like they've got a single strong point of light that almost looks as if whatever it is kind of like stepping out of the shadows into, you know, a spotlight kind of thing. And It's really dynamic, and I love that. So if I do things that at all try to look like, it's because I'm trying to emulate that feeling.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, I think that's cool. For those who don't know who we're talking about, Rich Gray. Richard Gray is a painter from the UK who does spectacular work. I think you probably find him on Facebook. Let me just quick.
Or Twitter and Facebook. He's Demon Rich on.
On Instagram.
I don't know. I don't remember whether it's Twitter or Instagram. But yeah, he is just amazing. amazingly talented, and multiple Slayer swords and golem demons. I'm sure. I know he's got a ton of golem demons. I don't know how many Slayer swords.
If you go, or you can find him at richardgraycreations.com.
Yeah, he is quite a talented dude who.
Yeah, he's got some fantastic stuff on there. Oh, and he has a video tutorial for a battened shoulder pad.
Yeah, he did. I was trying not to watch any of those because I was like, I'm just gonna end up copying like what he does, and it won't be as good. And so like that to me will just feel like a horrible failure if I try, like I end up copying and it doesn't come out as good.
Oh no.
So best to forge ahead and do your own.
Yeah, and then come back and then maybe try to paint another one and try to and then try to copy it to actually get better.
No, I think it'll be great. I'm looking forward to seeing him done.
Well, thanks. Yeah, it's going to be a long. I mean, there's just so much detail. This sculpt is bonkers. Like, it is probably. I gotta say, it's got to be the coolest like figure in any kind of power armor that I've ever painted. Like, it's just such a cool model.
Yeah.
It's going to take a long time to do, to do it any sort of justice, but I'm excited to finally get started on it.
That's good. Yeah, I think it's going to be cool. Very nice. Very nice. What have you been painting on, Leona?
I was painting, what is this from? Sanctum. The Sanctum mini.
All right.
I had from that board game that we painted for Czech Game Labs.
Yep.
No, Czech Games Edition. I always get their names wrong. But yes, I was just kind of adding some more. They've been sitting on my desk for a while. So I was just kind of adding some more color. This mini in particular, like you can really see the white that I just put on the bow. But it kind of got really muddied the last time I painted because I kind of stopped there. It kind of got muddied because I decided to put like a silver sheen on everything.
Okay.
And that was a bad idea.
Okay.
So I'm kind of painting over that and creating like more base colors.
Radio. Was it just it didn't turn out the way you were hoping? Or it didn't mix the way you were hoping?
Yeah, like there are armor, like this girl has armor on her knee, like an armor kneecap thing, and then like some body armor that I think actually is supposed to be leather, but I decided to make it metal.
Okay.
And the way that the silver, because I honestly think I just put white underneath of this as a base coat.
Okay.
So because of that, it just didn't really... There's a lot of textures on her as well. She has the armor. She then has some leather. There's even some fur on here. And when I started using this wash, it just made everything look the same texture.
Oh, okay.
Which was a no-no because it made it look like she was wearing all the same things.
Okay.
Gotcha.
And that's where I was disappointed with my painting, but that's okay because we learn from our mistakes, right?
And we can always go back, right?
And we can always go back. So that's kind of what I'm doing now is I'm going back and color blocking a bit on her body.
Neat.
I think what I've come to appreciate is the steps, like the art of taking painting in steps.
Okay.
Even though you and Gretchen do everything all in like 2 hours, I really cannot do that. And I shouldn't do that. So.
It takes a lot of practice to get to that sort of stage, though. So, definitely a lot of, I think to paint a miniature in an hour or two, you have to really know what colors you're going to put down where.
Yeah.
And there isn't a lot of room for contemplation.
Right.
You gotta have that plan.
Yeah. Each time you try something new, it's just gonna add more time. But often the exploration can be the fun part of the journey. Or can also be a fun part of the journey, I guess.
Yeah.
Or it can be a sad part. Because
Sure.
you're like, this exploring is sad.
I was talking to somebody somewhere that, we were talking about, they're asking, how much time it took to paint a model or how many steps or whatever. And I told them, well, a lot. Like for me, a lot. And they're like, oh yeah, it's too many, it's too many steps. It's too much stuff to do. And I kind of explained to them, I was like, look, I'm not painting these to finish them. I mean, I want to finish them, and I want to have a finished piece at the end, but like I'm painting because I enjoy the actual process, like while I'm doing it. Like that's the fun part for me. It's the journey for me. And so, it's nice to have finished pieces and that kind of thing, but what I'm really enjoying is the process of making them. So I don't really care how long it takes. Like it doesn't really matter, like when I get to the finish line, as long as I enjoy the process. And the other side to that is, though, I end up with a lot of unfinished projects because I'll get to a part where I'm just not having fun on it anymore, and I'll put it down and just not come back to it. Sometimes ever, but or at least for a long while. Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, that's cool. Sorry, just quickly, I noticed Kat is saying, okay, so wishing you all a safe and happy holiday. Catch you whenever. Off to work I go. Hopefully today's mail brings me a special surprise. Fingers crossed.
Hey, you too, Kat. Happy holidays.
See you, Kat. Thanks for joining.
Yeah. Hopefully we will see you at some stage in the new year. It'll be good.
Clive mentioned wet blending might help.
That might. So if you put down a color, knowing what color you've got to come next. So when you put that in that first color, then very quickly start working the next color into it. So you're almost mixing the paints on the model.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
So that's one way to go.
Seeing the pictures, I feel like I've said this before, but you sent me pictures of that one mini painter, Dave, who has a very much more loose brush work.
Okay. I'm trying to remember.
It's almost like he's painting like splotches.
Right.
On his minis.
Christoph Kiel?
Yes.
Maybe?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, Christoph.
Yep.
And obviously that's like his style, so but just like realizing like you don't have to paint, so because I was talking about like putting the lines on the edge of a cloak or something and how it was annoying me.
Right. Yeah. I
think it's great.
Yeah, Christoph does definitely do great work. I think sometimes though, and either from it might be that people are interested in doing it that way, or they want to be able to switch off when they're painting. That sometimes people feel that painting miniatures is like a color by numbers kind of thing. Here's where the red goes. Here's where the green goes. Here's where the and as I said, some people find that incredibly relaxing. There are definitely times when I go, okay, well, here's where I'm going to put all of the colors. Now I don't have to think about it anymore. Yeah. I make those decisions at the beginning of a project, kind of thing.
Right.
So, I think as you work through that and you become comfortable with that kind of approach, you can then start to take your painting a little bit further. If you want to, you can take your painting a little bit further and experiment with one thing rather than experimenting with everything on the model. So you're like, okay, I know how to do this. I'll just do that quickly, get that done, and then mess around with whatever next stage I can see. So
yeah, no, that's a really good point. I did that when I really got kind of serious a few years ago, and I was like, I really want to kind of up my painting game, I was painting some Grey Knights, and I was painting like an army, and they were it was like real tabletop stuff, and excuse me, I airbrushed a lot of the army to set down base colors. I did oil washes and just a few edge highlights and sort of called it a day. But there was a inquisitor that was leading the army, and he had like this totem. I'd converted him with like this Inquisition totem on the back of his Terminator armor or whatever. And I was like, okay, I really want to I want to get this blending thing down. Like, I'm just not really comfortable like blending with the brush, yada yada yada, so on and so forth. So I was like, I'm just going to focus on this, on this little piece. It was one little piece of one army, or one model in an entire army. And I was like, I'm just going to push myself on that. And I just did it and redid it and redid it and redid it and redid it until I got happy with it. And then I was like, okay, now I think I can do this on a whole model or something like that.
Cool.
That's really smart. Yeah. Well, and then you figure, especially with an army, you're practicing a lot.
Yeah.
It's a practice.
Yeah. Exactly. But, woohoo. There we go.
Oh yeah.
I'm painting these red pants going on.
Looking good.
I just realized looking at that as well is that so on these guys, the Gene Stealer Cult Acolyte hybrids, this would be like that's like a standard model.
Okay.
Fairly stock. But I'm working with I'm adding them to the Corpse Grinder Cult core, so the torso and the legs.
Oh, nice.
And also some of the arm pieces. So the third arm, I'm kind of sticking on out the back there below it.
Yeah.
So kind of some of them I'm doing like that. Some of them might be
okay.
Like, but because I'm working with them as two sort of separate textures, so there's the skin, and then there's the sort of the chitinous surface of those other arms, the more alien-looking arms. I've got to do a better job of blending that back in at that shoulder point, so where that connection is, so it doesn't look like it's just been stuck on. It's like it's grown out of that sort of spot. So that's the thing where I'll have to come back and work out how best to do that. It'd be important on some areas, but not so important on some of the others.
Yeah, I was gonna say from that angle, from the angle that you showed us just now, it actually looked pretty seamless to me. Like,
yeah, I think once it's painted, that looks a little bit like stuck on.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, I get you.
So is that going to be a different color? Sorry,
Pardon?
did I miss that? Is that arm going to be a different color?
No, that arm is going to stay that color because it's a different material. It's not fleshy. It's got like a hard surface. So I think the shoulder, sort of that shoulder point,
right,
would normally be a sort of a hard, almost shoulder plate kind of thing.
Okay.
So I might have to just paint it as almost a blend from that ivory through to the flesh color, so that it looks more like a fleshy shoulder. One that's been increased in size from reaching across to. But yeah, I think by doing that, I'll just bring that color, that flesh color, down into the bony, sort of chitinous kind of look.
Because the arms are supposed to look like they've grown out of the.
Yeah.
Not attached.
Kind of like
not like a robot arm.
Try and find a good example. No, not attached like a robot arm. Like this guy here is kind of an example.
Oh, I see.
You can see the difference between the two.
Yes. Gotcha. Thank you.
Try to work out the best way to do that. So that's the experimentation I'm doing for these guys. Otherwise, it's all pretty stock, so I can paint them up quickly. Move on to the next idea.
What's your next idea? Do you have a plan?
No, not yet.
Okay.
I just started on these guys. I have to shut my mind down to all other ideas until
Okay.
until I get halfway through this one. Once I get halfway through this idea, then I can start to contemplate the next one.
Then you can look at your shelf of opportunity.
Yep, exactly.
Oh yes, shelf of opportunity.
It's really a basement. But...
Oh, also Chris says I'm not fast enough for wet blending, which I understand. Josh Potter agrees. The best I can do is work in a thin coat up over the previous color and fake a blend.
Yep.
Think about that.
Yeah. I do that all the time with like really thin, small brush strokes along that edge, which is a technique called feathering.
Yeah.
So, yeah, definitely good.
There
Also,
is no one way to blend.
Yeah.
No.
Hello to Previews World. Our dear friends are watching us from over there.
Well, hello.
Who's that going to be? Is that Johnny?
I have no idea. It might be Johnny. It might be Troy. Maybe Ashton.
No.
Who knows?
Cool.
Wait 1 second. Sorry, the comment slipped away from me. Clive asks, any tips on the pinning part, Dave? I have a metal mini and its arms are just too heavy to glue.
Yep, definitely, Clive. So pinning, for everybody else but who hasn't done any, pinning is the process of using a small pin vise drill, just like that, and taking the piece of the model that you need to pin, drilling into it like that, getting a nice hole in there, and then using something like a paper clip or a piece of brass rod or something to work as a pin, so that when you put the pieces together, I have all the models I have on my desk at the moment are plastic. So actually, no, wait, here we go. I do have an ogre who is a metal model. So this guy's nice and big and chunky. His arms are separate. So similar sort of thing to what you're talking about, Clive. Let's put that over there. So let me see. I don't know if I pinned these. I'm guessing I didn't, but oh no, wait. Maybe I did. Oh, there's the arm. That's the arm that's separate. Okay, I didn't pin this.
Dave breaks model on screen.
There we go, and drops the part. So I'm going to hold it. There we go. So you can see that we've got the model there. Now, the reason that I could pull that off is that the only thing keeping it attached to the model was super glue. And when the arms get very heavy, you get a lot of shear force. So the arm wants to pull, gravity wants to pull the arm down. So if you put a pin that runs sort of perpendicular to that joint, so it runs through the model that way, or through this way. So it goes, starts inside the arm, comes out and goes into the body. That pin will help, it will stop that shear force from sort of acting. So you essentially drill into both sides. One thing that you can do to, particularly when you have a larger area, it can be tough to work out exactly where the pin should go. Or once you've drilled it into one side and added the pin, it can be tough to work out where to put it, drill the other hole on the other side. So one thing to do is put in a pin that's just a little bit longer than the depth of the hole that you've drilled, Clive, and then paint a little bit of red on the end. So while that paint's still wet, then put the arm onto the model, and that paint dot will be transferred onto the main part of your model, the body of your model, and that'll tell you where you need to drill for the pin. And then you can take out, just use a pair of pliers to pull out the short pin, create a longer pin, stick them back together.
That's smart. Yeah. So that you have an accurate place where you're actually drilling the hole.
Yeah, exactly.
Makes sense.
If you have a large, like a very large area that needs pinning, you might want to do 2 pins. And one thing that 2 pins will also do, if you've got 2 pins sort of going into the model like this, it'll also stop the twisting. So sometimes, so if you had just 1 pin in there and the glue broke, the arm might not fall off, but the arm might then be able to twist around that pin. Use that pin as like an axis.
Oh, okay.
But if you've got a larger area to sort of put together, use 2 pins to stop that spinning as well. So you get a real strong connection there. And Leona.
Sumkey says it's the pinnacle of a good idea.
Nice. I knew there was a pun in there somewhere, but I wasn't sure what it was going to be. Excellent.
Yep. Sometimes my camera keeps freezing. I'm not exactly sure why. It's fine. We're just hanging out, having a good time over here.
Yeah. The look on your face there for that last one was
I know.
Fantastic.
It was unfortunate. It's fine. We can say it.
It was great.
I'm not afraid of my freeze frame.
Nice. But so we have some more minis?
Yes, we do actually. A couple more minis. These ones I just wasn't able to put the names on, but I have them, so I'll just tell you.
Cool. Sounds like a plan.
Yes, so we're going to look at some more miniatures from the Facebook group.
From the Painting Happy Minis Facebook group. If you're not a member, please come along and join us on Facebook. Just hit join group, and Leona will probably let you in.
Yay.
Maybe you didn't know quick. Wake up early and she hasn't got to them already. But it's likely to be Leona.
So this is a miniature painted by Josh Mushil. It's a Dark Phoenix from the Artisan Guild.
This is very cool. I think the sculpt is great, and I think Josh's paintwork on this is working really nicely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm loving the variety and the sort of the depth in the feathers, and I'm also loving the like the gold sort of I guess magical elements sort of shooting through the model. They look really good. But
is this supposed to be like a little OSL?
Little OSL there, I think so. Yeah.
Looks nice.
Yeah, definitely looking good there. I love that there's a little bit of purple kind of shot through those feathers as well.
Yes.
So, yeah, working really nicely against the gold. But yeah, looking really good, Josh. Very nice.
This is by Kelly Scott Rowe. It is a Eidolon possessed sacred statue by WizKids.
Isn't that the statue that's on the cover of that famous Dungeons and Dragons cover art?
I think it might. Yeah, yeah. It might be coming to life.
Yeah, someone's stealing the gem out of its other eye or something.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I gotcha.
It could very well be. And it's come to life to go and track down its other eye.
Go get its eye.
Yeah.
This is really nice.
I love it.
Love that ruby eye.
Yep. Yeah, the eye looks fantastic. I love the one of the things that that occasionally we talk about on the show is volumes and how things are given that sort of depth and that feeling of weight. And I think Kelly's done a great job here on that belly.
Mm-hmm.
You can see where that light is catching. You got the chest and the belly, but of course the chest, because it doesn't protrude as far as the belly, it doesn't catch as much of the light.
Yeah,
so the light is coming down straight down to that belly.
And there's some verdigris too, like on the thigh area, which is always nice, and the shoulders.
And along the loincloth there, the patauges.
Yeah.
But yeah, looking really good. That's a great mini and a really nice treatment of it. Skelly.
Yeah.
Kelly. Good work, Kelly. Great. And
This-
yeah, Josh says first edition player's handbook cover.
Yeah.
I didn't know which, but I knew it was both.
This is Michael Bull. It's a female. Oh, I forget how to. Winged wizard from the Dungeons and Dragons Wits Kid line.
Cool.
ASMR.
Let's go with that.
It's the angelic beings that are. It's a class that you can be.
Right. Yeah, looking really good here, Michael. I think the treatment on the wings, and those wings, I'm guessing they come transparent, but it looks like Michael's put an orange wash over there, which I think is looking very cool. Matching well with the blue, of course. But yeah, looking very good. I think I get the feeling as well, just the top part of the staff. I guess not the head of the staff, which is down near the ground, but the butt end. Yeah, so it looks like that might be translucent as well.
Yeah, it does.
With the but with a cool almost teal, like very pale teal wash.
Yeah. I wonder if the whole model was.
I don't think so.
Or translucent now.
I don't think so. Possibly the arm or the hand and the staff.
Maybe.
But yeah, this is looking really good. I think, and also one of the other things as well that I love is the variety of texture on the base.
Mm-hmm.
So looking at the different colors, different materials, just giving that real world look. Yeah, looking really nice, Michael. Very cool.
We have Michael Gonzalez. Painting orcs is my happy place.
Cool.
Fantastic. Yep. I can see why these look great. I think yeah. Wow. I just mentioned that is amazing. I wonder if the model has like lines sculpted into it. I'm not sure, but even if it doesn't, Michael's done a great, or especially if it doesn't, Michael's done a great job there of keeping those nice and straight.
I'll say.
Yeah.
A lot of character in those models too. A nice definition on the musculature.
Yeah. And in those around the shoulders and the biceps and the thighs, so looking very cool. But yeah, I can definitely see why this is your happy place, Michael.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I even noticed the light green highlight on the toes and the feet.
Right. Yep.
That's great.
Yeah, definitely cool. Nice one.
Then we have Old Wolf Studios, my second attempt at converting the Indominus Primaris Lieutenant into Space Wolf.
Yep. Looking good here, Jeff. This is Jeff Smith. Nobody in mind. Normally, I think this lieutenant has a like a big slab shield.
One of the ones.
Like the plate. Yeah. Kind of thing. So he's replaced it with a Space Wolf shield, Space Wolf backpack, head, the little tilting shield at the front there. There's also Space Wolf accessory, and but yeah, this is looking really good. He's looking super fierce, and those teeth, the teeth are tiny, and just a beautiful job of picking them out individually. Like if we zoomed in on one that I'd painted, it would just be like a line like that of like ivory across the. It still look like teeth, but
you can see them.
They're tiny. It's got a great like second, third edition feel to the color palette too. You know, that really bright Space Wolf color palette.
Yeah, cool. Definitely. And Jeff's definitely that second edition. Jeff's been painting Space Wolves for, I guess, from second edition. But
Second.
a long time. So that's like 93, I think.
Okay.
93, 94 when the Space War Codex came out. But yeah, definitely looking good. I'm loving the green glow on the pistol as well.
Mm-hmm.
That Volkite pistol.
I also like the use of black in this piece.
Yep.
I think it's really nice on the
definitely pushes your view into the center of the model.
Right, like right here.
Yep. Yeah, good point. Definitely. I think actually because the chest eagle has that like the yellow and orange kind of look. It's creating that frame as well. Your eye moves around the thing so that it focuses on his face. Yeah, nice work.
Good job,
Jeff.
And then we have Sean Gleason. Cheers from the Bugmans.
Oh. Yep, Sean mentioned earlier that he painted up these guys.
Oh yeah.
So I think did I talk about Bugmanson a couple of weeks ago?
Yes, but I don't remember.
Right. So yeah, the guy on the left is Joseph Spogman, who's a famous dwarf brewer from the Warhammer Fantasy Old World.
Okay.
So he would travel, he'd brew his beer. There was a brewery, and he would travel around the countryside, selling his like Bugman's 6X lager and things like that. But for Age of Sigmar, which is like 5,000 years on from that, the guy on the right is the new Joseph Bugman's. Well, not Joseph Bugmanson's, but the Bugman sons.
It's like his ancestor.
His ancestor. So Bugman is his ancestor. He's like Joseph Bugmanson the 13th or something like that.
That's great.
But you see that barrel on his back is Bugman's 6X.
Love it.
They're awesome.
Yep.
I got to paint mine up now. I've got a bunch of Bugmans around here that I got to get painting on.
Yep. Definitely got to do it. But no, it looks great, Sean. I think I like the connections on the designs on the axes, got that red and the gold going on to connect the two, using that blue. See, this is the blue I really like.
Okay.
It's kind of it's royal toward the navy blue. It's in that sort of realm. But yeah, I think you've done a great job there, Sean. It looks really good. You connected them beautifully.
Speaking of sort of second edition or early era, like older Hammer or mid Hammer stuff, I always will applaud a green trim base. You don't want to mess with. You get the goblin green.
Yep.
That's how you do it.
Absolutely.
How you do it.
You can see Sean has another model in the background, just to the back left. Yep, there we go. Also trimmed in green.
Yeah, it's how it's done.
Yeah,
perfect.
Definitely cool. One thing I just quickly I'll mention, talking about the edges of bases. Some people paint them black. Some people paint them gray, brown, green. Something that Mel Bose, the terrain tutor, came up with that I hadn't heard before is because his models might end up on a variety of different tables, rather than having something that's like a gray base on a green table, or a green base on a gray table, or black base on any table except for something black. It's going to stand out. It's going to separate the model from the table.
Right.
So he mixes like green, gray, and brown, like a mid brown, a mid gray, and a mid green. Mixes those together in a fairly even ratio, I think, to get it ends up being a grayish brown on the cooler side kind of thing. But it has much less disruption between the model and the whatever table you've got it on.
That's cool.
So it's kind of it's one of those things where your eye goes, it's not completely like the green of the table, but there's enough green in there to connect it.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Very sort of an interesting look on me. But yeah, excellent work, Sean.
Oh, and I think this is the last one. Yeah, this is by Some Miniatures.
Miniatures.
And they painted up. It was one of their first attempts at freehanding. And these are the cultists from Mansions of Madness.
Okay. Yeah, they look. Yeah, they're pretty amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, they look fantastic.
How do you just freehand?
You should do more freehand.
Yep.
I know. I was like, one of your first attempts. What?
Yeah, just all freehanding all the time would be the way to go.
These are great. Like these are. It's a really nice flat panel.
Yeah.
To practice on.
Good
so a smart choice of a miniature to start freehanding.
Yeah, very definitely. I love the as well on the the three in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Some miniatures just messed around with it almost looks like the kind of the quilted look. But I'm guessing that I just painted on the flat surface because the one on either side, yeah. So those three, just choosing different colors to try it with, but yeah, they're all looking fantastic.
I like how this one's definitely undead. The guy in the very middle,
right? Yeah.
Like he's a human. He's a human, and
used to be human.
Used to be human.
Something else. And the enormous skull on his robes also suggests that something may not be correct. They may not be right.
All is not well with this cultist.
All is well. Yeah. But no, they look fantastic, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
Really good work.
Great job.
Yeah. Nice one.
So thank you to everyone who has been posting and commenting in the group. It's been really fun to see different people's projects and how people are testing out different painting techniques and stuff like that. So definitely make sure you pop in there and check it out while we're away for the next 2 weeks, because people will still be posting in there and having a conversation. So it's been really good to, check in with different people's projects and stuff like that. And Chris Gorka will always be posting Star Wars, which is great.
It'll be good. Definitely good.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys for joining. We are coming towards the end of our show. And you can tell the light has changed in my room because now it's dark. It's great.
It's dark outside. Hooray, winter.
Yeah. It's 4 o'clock. It's time for night. Oh, crazy. Always annoying. So for those of you who are still hanging around and watching, and for those of you who will watch this broadcast later, just a special announcement. Painting Happy Little Minis will be returning in January 2021, and we will be filming from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So set your calendars and your clocks. Set your clocks back.
Forward. Your alarm forward.
Yeah.
Alexa, set alarm for 7 p.m.
Yes. Tell your Alexa to do that.
Yeah, with my daughter's virtual learning sort of thing, it's like, okay, so they have lunch break from like 11:40 to 12:40.
Okay.
And they come downstairs, and my eldest daughter goes, Alexa, set an alarm for 12:35 p.m. And Alexa sets an alarm. Then she goes, then my youngest comes down and goes, Alexa, set an alarm for 12:40 p.m. So it's like, she's going to be that kid in high school just running for the door. Sliding through on that second bell. That's going to be my youngest.
It's okay.
Yeah.
She's like, it only takes me 30 seconds to get down to my classroom now.
Exactly.
So I wanted to say thank you to Jeff for joining us for this episode. And where can people find you if they want to follow your work or see the progress of the mini that you're painting?
Any of the socials, I'm probably most active on Instagram, but any of them, it's instagram.com/rogueshader, all one word, and same for Twitter and Facebook.
Awesome. Very good. So make sure you guys go follow Jeff. He does great painting. Oh yeah, Dave, you want to show us what you've?
Yep. Here's one I finished earlier. So.
Very nice. So did you add the blood, or that was that?
Oh no, the blood was already there. I just worked around it.
Okay.
Yes, I have the blood. Sorry. So, but he also has the extra arm hiding around the back.
Awesome.
Oh, there we go.
The coolest one with that chainsaw or that ripsaw or whatever.
That is crazy piece, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We love.
But yes.
Very good. And then Jeff, were you able to add any more layers of gold?
Not a lot. He's starting to work his way.
It's a bit brighter.
But he's starting to get a little bit brighter. But yeah, if you check him out on whatever, Instagram or whatever, you can follow him over the next few weeks as he gets progressively more bright.
Yep.
Shining bright like a diamond.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a happy holidays. Be sure to keep in touch in the group, and we will see you all in the new year. Bye.